Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, when last we left, we had set up a lovely zombie spawner, and oops, never get the hang of doors. Anyways, so yeah, we set up a successful zombie spawner trap, which is working really well, and we are going to continue on with enhancing the spots around it. Now, zombies tend to drop some good stuff, but also some garbage. So the good stuff that they drop when you hit them with a Lithium sword is going to be things like iron, carrots, and potatoes. And the garbage stuff they drop is leather armor. Now, zombie flesh would normally be garbage, but what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to bring down some villagers and set up a small little trading hall here with clerics, because clerics will take zombie flesh and they will give you emeralds for it. So even zombie flesh is useful. Leather armor, not so much. I don't really intend to wear leather armor very much, but yeah, that can be gotten rid of. The other stuff that they drop is actual gold and iron armor, either chainmail armor or actual iron armor. Also iron swords, iron shovels, and that sort of thing, or gold versions of those. And yeah, those can be smelted down into little nuggets. So it would be great to automate that, but I would have to actually look up and figure out how to filter out wearable small items like that. So anyways, that's probably for a future video. Okay, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll make a couple more barrels to store things in. Just to try and tidy up a little bit here. For that, we need some slabs. We'll add 2 barrels. Yeah. And let's get some hoppers going here. Okay, so that will be for fuel. Okay, anyways, I've done a little bit of work around the zombie spawner here. As you can see, I've opened it up quite a bit. Gotten some lava buckets here, which I'm going to need shortly for smelting. So let's just stick all those in here for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use lava buckets for smelting everything. I've set up a lava farm here, which basically consists of cauldrons underneath some dripstone, underneath a solid block of any kind with lava on top of it. So using this, I'm able to basically create an infinite source of lava for myself. It's not the fastest, and it's not big scale, but it is good enough for what we need here. By the time I use up all the lava in all the cauldrons for smelting, they will probably have, filled themselves up again. Anyways, just... oh, crap. Anyways, I was trying to just sort of tidy up here a little bit, but obviously it's a bit of a challenge here. You can't open a chest underneath that. Yeah, so I'm going to have to break that. Or move the chest over one, that would work too. Ugh, what a mess. Yeah, the problem with chests is that if there's a solid block over a chest, you can't open it, right? So you need to either put a stair or a half slab or something like that. I'm just trying to tidy it up a little bit. You may have also noticed the little garden over there. That's just for now. I will probably use that to breed chickens, actually. And eventually, probably to grow carrots to breed villagers. But for the moment, it's just growing potatoes and I think beetroots. As you can tell, I'm not really the most organized Minecraft player sometimes. I often fall into the trap of just stuffing things in a place quickly just to get them out of my inventory and not really thinking ahead. So anyways, I'd like to change that. At some point I will build a proper storage system here or actually up in the base. I really like to have things sorted, and eventually when I do building larger projects, I'm going to want to have the materials excuse me, materials on hand and organized so I can find them easily. Anyways, as I mentioned before, when I have a zombie grinder or a spawner or something with a delay to it of some sort, where you have to wait for it to fill up, I like to have a lot of things around that area that can just sort of work on their own. So, for instance, this little farm here, that's one thing. I also, further around the chamber, I've actually set up a little spot for a tree farm, and I will probably do a melon or pumpkin farm as well. Because melons and pumpkins are a great way to get emeralds from farming villagers. Now, as you can see, I've had some spruce saplings planted there, but I think there's not enough room up top. It hasn't grown whatsoever. So I'm going to need to hollow out the space above there at some point. There's the 4 of them, just sitting there. And if this bone meal doesn't cause them to grow, then I'm pretty sure that I just need more vertical room for them. Maybe I need horizontal room too. I thought you didn't need to, but anyways. Doesn't seem to be working. I had farmed some dark oak here earlier, and that just grew almost instantaneously. So I'm pretty sure there's just not enough room around the spruce saplings to make the giant spruce. Yeah. Anyways, so hopefully I'll be able to get that sorted out, and it's probably going to involve a lot of digging up there. But in the meantime, we'll try this one more time. Yeah. Nope. Definitely not. Okay, well, we'll come back to that at some point. So having a tree farm is handy because you can wander over and, chop down a tree while you're waiting for some more zombies to fill up the chamber there. Then the farm itself is great. Chickens, I can breed chickens using the seeds from the farm if I have wheat planted there. And every once in a while, just come back and take a swipe at the zombies to fill up. Chanting setup here with a anvil, so repairing my tools and combining tools and enchantments together. Oh, that's expensive, but we can save up for that. And yeah, so basically I should be able to get really good equipment and lots of food from the chickens without too much effort here. The melon and pumpkin farm I'm going to turn into an automatic one, so I'm going to need a whole bunch of pistons and observers to be able to do that. That's the design I'll choose to use, and I can't remember where I found it. I'll have a look and see if I can figure out where I got that design from. It was just a really simple melon pumpkin farm design, and it's very useful, and it's stackable. So I could have, potentially several stacks of that going on just while I'm sitting here idling. As I mentioned before, melons and pumpkins are really great to trade to farmer villagers. So you can trade them to farmers and get lots of emeralds, which you can use on other important things such as, something I really desperately need, which is mending books. So hopefully I'll get that set up in a little while, and we'll have it, somewhere close to here. I could potentially have it upstairs as well, but since we do a lot of enchanting here by the zombie spawner itself, it'd be nice to have something closer by, as well as having clerics here to sell the zombie flesh to, which gets you more emeralds. Anyways, over here you can see we have one chicken. This brave little chicken is a rescue from a chicken-riding zombie, baby zombie. So anyways, what we'll do is we'll get another one of those hopefully, and we can start breeding the chickens together for more food. So yeah, I think it's time to start getting away from potatoes and get towards, having real food, which is necessary, because when you go adventuring and caving and basically fighting things, potatoes are an okay food, but they're not the very best. Chickens are better, and even better than that are, say, steak and pork. So chickens are a good happy medium. Let's officially give up on growing the spruce tree for now, and probably switch back over to dark oak again, because I know those will grow. There. Dark oak is nice because it doesn't grow super high. There we go. so it's not really hard to farm. And as long as you get enough saplings out of each dark oak, you can keep doing it forever. Problem with dark oak is that like it sometimes doesn't drop a lot of saplings. So if you have a fortune hoe, that is the very best way to make sure that you get saplings out of the leaves while they're decaying. So what I generally do is I'll just sort of make my way up to the top of the tree, and as you can see, the lots of saplings are dropping from this. I've had times where I've grown dark oak just naturally and harvested it naturally, and it doesn't drop enough saplings to plant another dark oak, so that's always a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly or not so slowly keep expanding this here. Hopefully we can get it high enough and clear enough for giant spruce to grow, because those are what I'd really like to have. And you know, like every giant spruce tree that you harvest gives you a stack plus more, right? Of usable logs. I need lots of logs for things such as see if I can reach out there. For things such as chests, especially if you're doing a storage system, you need lots of chests, not only for the storage system itself, but you also need it to make hoppers as well, and other redstone components too. So wood is really important to have. I've never actually made an automated wood farm. I've just never tried it because I've found that if I just harvest wood myself, it's enough that I don't have to worry about it. However, if I were supplying wood to a server, I definitely would consider building a more powerful farm. Anyways, still unsuccessful growing spruce trees. Not going very well. I think what I'll do though is I've started to hollow out a little bit of an area just beside the tree farm where I'm planning to have a melon pumpkin farm. So in order to make this, what we have to do is essentially we are going to need to make a 9x9 area, and it's going to be basically a checkerboard pattern of tilled earth and not tilled earth. And what we'll do is we'll plant melon and pumpkin seeds basically it'll be like diagonal rows, but we're going to alternate, so melons and pumpkins will be like basically interspersed. And the reason I want to have a melon farm especially, but also pumpkin as well, is that like I said before, farmer villagers will trade melons and pumpkins for emeralds, especially if we're able to do the trick where you can basically turn a villager into a zombie and then cure him or her. That allows you to drive down the prices, because the villager is so happy and ecstatic that you were able to rescue them from being a zombie that they lower their prices for you. It doesn't really matter if you infect them as a zombie yourself. They're just still really happy. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. So let's hollow this out a little bit, and I'll come back to you when I've got it ready to plant. All right, it's time. So 9x9 area, there needs to be water in the middle to make sure that everything's hydrated. And then essentially what we do is we just, every other square of land, we till it. So it does basically turn out to be a checkerboard pattern. And then what we'll do is for each row, we will plant one row of, it's not very efficient. We'll plant one row of melons and one row of pumpkins after that. Okay, so we'll just alternate them all the way through. And they do grow pretty quickly. So for now, we'll just harvest them manually, but I will eventually set up an automatic farm, probably with more than one level of them. And in that way, we can collect a whole bunch of lovely melons and pumpkins. Now, ideally, I would like to bone meal those so that the stems are fully grown. But, I'm a little bit short on bone meal, so we'll just let them grow naturally. I might have some more back up at the base, but not a big deal. The nice thing about harvesting them manually, though, especially if you use like a silk touch axe, is that you actually get a whole melon with each one, whereas the automatic farm breaks them and you end up with like 3 melon slices, which you then later have to you know, combine in a crafting table to make melons. Anyways, I think I'll go on a minor quest for some melon seeds and probably some more bone meal. Well, the quest for bone meal at least is something I can do automatically without having to do a lot of effort. Let's pick up that dirt because I'm going to eat it again. So anyways, I broke a bunch of kelp and with my lovely chest boat went around collecting it all. And I'm going to stick it all into there. Composter, because you can compost kelp. Kelp is so useful. You can compost the kelp and hopefully end up with a decent amount of bone meal that I can take back down and use on the melons and pumpkins. I might as well empty these out to make sure there's nothing in there that doesn't need to be there. So while we're here, let's check out on our farm. Looking good. I really want some more beehives. I might have to just make my own. I'm going to bring back any stuff that I think I can also compost. Leaves are nice for decoration, but they are also compostable. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just get some of that going down here. Now, I do realize there was bone meal in that chest up there, but I'm going to leave it up there for the farm. There we go. All kinds of goodies. So, yeah, composting is really not super fast. I could make a faster version of it, but I just can't be bothered. So, we'll wait for that and be back shortly. Okay, little stems, grow! There we go. Just checking if the zombie spawner is still active while I'm in this area. It appears to be. Now, let's get that one pumpkin. And get some more seeds from them. Actually, yeah, so there. There. Now, once the pumpkin stem is fully grown, then it will start producing pumpkins. So, like you saw there. So we don't really have enough bone meal for all of it, but it wouldn't hurt to grow them up. There we go. Pumpkins aren't too hard to grow once you get them going. Now let's fill this all in here. Oops, not there. Okay. Yeah, once they start growing, they grow like wildfire. Actually, they're quite quick. I think what I'll do is, while I'm just sort of not doing much of else here other than waiting, I will eventually need to have a track underneath the farm. So a whole bunch of mine carts and a hopper mine cart, running underneath it that will collect the drops once I add the farming part above it. So the way that farm works, and I did look it up, there was a video by someone called Shulkercraft, and they've got really good videos on tutorials on how to do things. But that Shulkercraft video basically shows how to make a melon pumpkin farm quite easily, and it's automatable. So we'll do that. Just for the moment, though. Yeah, so the rail cart will go underneath here. I'm going to want to hollow that out, the entire area underneath the dirt, and then I would want to probably also have it lit underneath there too, because things can still spawn in a one-high space, and I don't really want them to. In theory, they probably shouldn't, because there will be minecart rails over, and you can't spawn on top of minecart rails if you're a monster, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to be safe. So, Here we go. I don't think that I'll automate this farm today. I'll probably do that in its own video, just to show everybody how it's done, and probably build up a few levels at the same time. But anyways, while I'm working down here, at least I definitely have to make sure it's lit up until I put the rails in, because like things can spawn and will spawn, and we don't really want that. Ran out of torches. So, yep. I can't remember which version of Minecraft it was, but like you used to not be able to get into spaces like this unless you had elytra wings. Elytra wings, anyways. But since they added the ability to be crawling, and you can get yourself down by using a trapdoor like I did earlier, it's just kind of fun. So otherwise what I would have had to... Oops. That's the water above. I'm gonna probably put like a slab or a staircase in here just so the water doesn't flow underneath. Now, another thing too is that like it used to be that you could not have minecart rails in water, but that's not the case anymore. You can now have waterlogged minecart rails. So actually it wouldn't really matter if there was water underneath there. Yeah. Anyways, let's have a look here. Not very lucky. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, that's good. Need more levels though. Yeah. Anyways, so the melon pumpkin farm's coming along nicely, except it's only got pumpkins in it. Still need to get melons. I might have to either find a jungle somewhere with melons in it, or potentially, I suppose what I could also do is just look around in the mines to see if there's any in the chests, because quite often you'll be able to find melon seeds either in dungeon chests or in minecart chests inside of like a abandoned mine shaft. So yeah, see, look at them grow. Awesome. So very shortly I'll have enough to fill this entire the entire half of this farm with pumpkin seeds. I do. Okay. Can't remember when I put those in there, but that's definitely good. So, yes, let's get some melons, growing as well. Now, I think I just filled these 4 in just because, so they don't really need to be dirt. Right. And then, yeah, let's see here. Need to put something in there, like a half slab or a staircase. But in the meantime, what I'd also like to do is I would like to put a jack-o'-lantern on top, so... Let's see here. Stairs and a pumpkin. Or jack-o'-lantern, I should say. So the jack-o'-lantern will help keep everything lit, which means I could probably take down the torches around the side of the room. And the staircase will stay waterlogged, which allows the water to hydrate all of the soil in every direction. So it doesn't matter if you stick a solid block on top of that, it still hydrates the soil, so which is a good thing. See how it looks in here without the torches now. So yeah. Like I said, all the way down here, I'm going to have to fill this down with rails, and combination of rails and powered rails. And we will send a minecart hopper underneath all of the gravel block, all of the dirt blocks. And whenever the automatic farm breaks the things above, up here, it will, the minecart will collect the drops and bring them up to some central location, like a chest or something like that. I'll probably have to make some reasonably good size storage, because if this is going to run by itself, it will run quite a bit and eventually harvest a lot. So anyways, I think that'll be it for this episode. So hope you enjoyed it. Please take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.